Putin just got hit where it hurts most, his wallet. The US just made a move that's sending shockwaves through the Kremlin. This is the military situation room, and let me explain what just happened. So here's the breaking news: American forces have just seized a Russian oil tanker. But this isn't just any ship. This vessel was carrying millions of dollars worth of Russian oil, and the US just stopped it dead in its tracks. Now, why does this matter? Because oil sales are Putin's lifeline. Every tanker that gets blocked means less money for his war machine, and this seizure, it's part of a bigger strategy to choke off Russia's oil revenue. The ship was reportedly trying to bypass Western sanctions. But here's the kicker: the US had been tracking this tanker for weeks. They knew exactly what it was doing, and they waited for the perfect moment to strike. And the Kremlin's reaction, pure chaos. Russian officials are scrambling. Why? Because this isn't an isolated incident. Multiple Russian tankers are now being monitored. Putin's so-called shadow fleet, the old dodgy ships he's been using to smuggle oil, they're all being exposed. Sources say Moscow has called emergency meetings. They're trying to figure out how to move their oil without getting caught. But here's the problem: the West is getting smarter. Satellite tracking, intelligence sharing. Coordinated naval operations. Putin's running out of options. And get this, insurance companies are now refusing to cover these shadow fleet ships. No insurance means no port access. No port access means no oil sales. It's a domino effect that's crushing Russia's economy. Now let's talk about Ukraine's role in all this. Ukrainian intelligence has been working closely with Western allies to identify these Russian tankers. They've been providing crucial information about smuggling routes and secret deals. And here's what's brilliant: every dollar Russia loses from oil sales is a dollar they can't spend on missiles and drones targeting Ukrainian cities. This economic pressure is directly saving Ukrainian lives. Ukraine's defense ministry called this seizure a strategic victory. And they're right. This is economic warfare at its finest. You don't just fight wars on the battlefield anymore, you fight them in bank accounts and shipping lanes. But here's where it gets even more interesting. This tanker seizure is just one piece of a massive puzzle. Russia is failing on multiple fronts right now. Their economy is in free fall. The ruble is collapsing. Inflation is skyrocketing. Russian citizens are feeling the pain in their daily lives. Militarily, they're stuck. Despite throwing everything at Ukraine, they're not making the gains Putin promised. Russian losses keep mounting, and morale is at an all-time low. Diplomatically, Russia is more isolated than ever. Even countries that used to stay neutral are now distancing themselves from Moscow. And now, with the US cracking down on oil smuggling, Putin's main source of war funding is drying up. He's trapped in a corner with fewer and fewer options. So what can we expect moving forward? Experts predict more seizures are coming. The US and its allies have identified dozens of suspicious Russian tankers. Each one is a potential target. Russia will try to adapt, maybe use more complex smuggling routes, maybe register ships under different flags, but every adaptation costs money and time. For Ukraine, this is a huge morale boost. It shows that the international community isn't just offering words, they're taking concrete action. And for Putin, this is a nightmare scenario. His war is getting more expensive while his ability to fund it is shrinking. The bottom line is simple: Putin gambled everything on a quick victory in Ukraine. Instead, he's facing a long, costly war that's destroying Russia's economy and international standing. This tanker seizure might seem like a small story, but it's actually a massive blow, and it's just the beginning. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more updates on this situation, hit that subscribe button. Because things are moving fast and you don't want to miss what happens next. Pacing, fast and energetic, keep momentum high tone. Confident, informed, slightly dramatic visuals. Use maps, ship footage, news clips, graphics, music, intense background track, lower during key points text overlays. Key stats and quotes for emphasis, call to action points. Comments mention at end, subscribe reminder.